and then in 10 years or 15 years to take over. For this, they had started discussions with two foreign powers. One is Nepal and second is Israel. What happened in their discussion with Nepal, what happened in their discussions, what were their demands from Israel, everything is contained in the book and everything is contained in the charge sheet. Because whichever is all the material which is contained in the laptop is filed along with the charge sheet. I don't know why it did not occur to them, but some mistake has been taken place on their part and they have filed all this information. So you don't have to go anywhere, just give the charge sheet of Malegaon blast case and you will get all this information, how they were planning to overthrow this. And in that laptop, the names of all the prominent religious and political leaders who were supporting them have been mentioned. Details of their meetings with them is mentioned. And even the industrialists, the builders, the jewelers or the diamond merchants, whoever gave them huge amount of funds, their names have been mentioned. All this material is available. It was appearing in press every day. Till 26th of November, if you read the newspaper, this information was appearing. And it appeared that Karkare will any day arrest these important leaders and important industrialists and diamond merchants. That was their fear. When this was going on, for a God-sent opportunity for them and for evil-sent opportunity for us, an information was received from the American intelligence agency that elite boat, Lashkar-e-Toiba's boat, having some terrorists, has started from Karachi to attack Mumbai. This information was received on 18th of November by the IB through the RAW. Because intelligence agency gave it to RAW, RAW gave it to IB, because IB is the intelligence agency dealing with internal matters and RAW deals with the external matters. As soon as this information, while giving this information, RAW also gave 35 telephone numbers of mobile phones which RAW had planted on LET operatives through their sources. Because the mobile SIM cards, they are not easily obtained. So they obtained through some their informants and RAW planted them in the RAW. And that is why RAW was knowing the numbers of those mobile numbers. So while giving this information about the elite ship, they give this information also to the IB and ask them to keep under observation. The first thing that the IB should have done was to inform the Mumbai police, because Mumbai was the place which was going to be attacked. And secondly, they should have informed the Western Naval Command. Western Naval Command is a very powerful force. They have all sorts of ships, submarines and even planes. No ship can pass through their waters if they come to know of it. But surprisingly, IB did not inform Mumbai police, IB did not inform Western Naval Command. They only informed the Coastal Guard, which is like a home guard like organization which doesn't have a capability to deal with such a situation. And they informed the Naval Intelligence Directorate and they managed somebody in the directorate, and from there that information did not pass on to the Naval Chief and to the Western Naval Command. So such an important, such a specific and such a hot information and sensitive information was not passed on to Mumbai police or to the Western Naval Command. What they did, those terrorist groups who were involved in Malayalam, they were planning something against Karkare. So they passed this operation to that group and asked them to synchronize, to have their operation at the same time when this ship comes to the Indian shores. And exactly that happened, because they were knowing that while giving this information, American intelligence agency had given the longitudes and latitudes of the ship. They have not given any vague information, they have given very specific information. And IB had got the telephone numbers which they were using. Later it was found that out of the 35 telephone numbers, 3 were actually used by those terrorists. But IB said, we forgot to keep them under observation. But they were telling a total lie. Because IB, which is known for keeping anybody's telephone under observation, will not miss this opportunity of keeping these telephone numbers under observation. But they made this wrong statement to misguide the public and misguide the government. In practice, actually they kept them under observation, and whatever information they were getting, they gave it to the forces who were waiting to eliminate Karkare and asked them to synchronize 2 operations. When the elite terrorists were attacking on the hotels on the shores of Bombay, these internal terrorists were doing their operation in CST, Kama Hospital and Rangabhavan Lane. How Karkare was led to that lane, that I have mentioned in the book. Kindly read the book. How this group and that group were different, I have mentioned in the book. I have given 11 points. First, those 8 terrorists who were actually had come from LET made 284 calls to their bosses in Pakistan. That was known from the VoIP system that was recovered later from the ship that they had left in the sea. That was not recovered earlier. Later in the investigation that was recovered, it was found that those real terrorists had made 284 calls to their bosses in Pakistan. But there was not a single call from these 2 persons. Okay, some other function is there. They are waiting outside. Just 2 minutes I will take and I will finish. Now, second, the persons who were in the Kama hospital, they spoke fluent Marathi. And that was confirmed by a senior IAS officer. Third, 2 mobiles were fallen down from the terrorists and the CST, and they were traced to Satara district in Maharashtra. And 1 lady who had seen these terrorists identify their bodies in the hospital, and she said that there was no other terrorist. So all these facts lead us to the fact that these terrorists were different and these terrorists were different, and they were planted. That plan was executed only to kill Karkare. So this is in short I have mentioned in this book. You must read the book to understand how dangerous this combination of intelligence and media has been. If the government action, what action, corrective action government need to take, I have mentioned in the book. First, they have to revamp the whole IB. They have to purge the IB of all communal elements who have been sitting there for years, and then they should reinvestigate this case, and so many other suggestions I have given. Yesterday I came to know that 1 advocate was also killed, and even police have detected that case. But when I read the newspaper between the lines, I came to the conclusion that he was also killed by this combination or the forces who are behind the killing of Karkare. What is their intention I don't understand, but they want to eliminate some such people who are talking about this subject. This is my guess. I wish my guess is wrong. So this is what I have mentioned. You kindly go through the book. Now the Malayalam translation has also come. You kindly read that and you will come to know what, how, and under what situation we are working. But I congratulate the people of South, especially of Tamil Nadu and Kerala, for having maintained peace and communal harmony. I wish you all the best and I again congratulate you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.